Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Parshas Tazria here. Parshas Tazria talks at great length about the inyan of Tzaras, of Negoim, leprosy. This is a very, very complicated and high-level learning of this topic. And in order to get to a little bit of Musar Haskell, a little bit of being able to connect to these ideas of Tzaras, I'm just going to give a little bit of an introduction to what some of the halachos of Hilchos Tzaras, Hilchos Negaim are. A nega, a Tzaras, leprosy, is when there's a white mark that is on a person's body, or sometimes it's on the head. But the white mark has to be a certain size. It has to be the size of a gris, which is square, but it's about the size of an American penny. This nega has different levels of tumah. It can be tamei musgar or tamei muchlat. Tamei muchlat is a higher level of tumah than tamei musgar. In order to reach that level, there are numerous rules that a person could potentially get in order to reach that level. One of the rules is if he has in that nega, in that leprosy, if he has two white hairs. There are two white hairs. The rule is that the two white hairs have to come after the nega. If the two white hairs were there before the nega, then it doesn't count because those were two white hairs that were always there. It's the two white hairs that was caused by the nega. With that introduction, I'd like to explain a certain Midrash in this week's Parsha. The Midrash tells a story about a certain Kohen. The rules are that a Negoim, the halachos of Negoim, have to have the psak halacha of a Kohen. A Kohen has to say it. And at that time, when this was something that was kept amongst Klal Yisrael, during the times of the Beis Midrash, so there were Kohanim that were very, very big experts in this area of Tzaras. And people would come to them and ask if this is a nega, a tamei, or is it not. There was a certain Kohen who was very poor. And he happened to be one of these experts, but he was having a very hard time making Parnassah. So he decided he has to go out and make Parnassah. He has to leave. The problem is that many people relied on him in order to come to for questions of Negoim, and he couldn't just leave them stranded. So he decided that he's going to teach his wife the halachos of Negoim in order so that the people will know what the halacha is, whether it's tamei or a tor. So that's what he decided to do. So he started to teach his wife. And one of the halachos has to do with these hairs. And the Kohen taught his wife the following. You see, every hair comes from a follicle. That follicle gives life to the hair. If you see that there's something wrong with the follicle has started to dry up, that's a sign that this hair was affected by the nega, by the tzaras. That's how you know. If you see the source of life from which this hair is growing is now lost, it's dried up, it's not giving life anymore, that's how you know that the hair also is being affected by the nega and can cause tumah. The wife of this Kohen said back to her husband, I don't understand you. You see, Hashem made it that every single individual hair has its own life source. Every individual hair has its own life source. But you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, did not give you a life source. You have to go out, you have to go searching. You have to go far away in order to get your Parnassah. Oh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu can't give you your Parnassah here, just like he gives every single individual hair its own personal life source. So too, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you your own personal life source too. The Kohen took this musar to heart. He realized that his wife was absolutely right. It doesn't make a difference where I go or what I do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give me Parnassah here or there. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give me Parnassah whether I do this or whether I do that. I don't have to change what I'm doing. I don't have to go far away in order to get Parnassah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give me the same Parnassah whether I go far away or whether I go here. This is a very, very important idea. The Chovos HaLevavos discusses this as well. And he says, he brings a mashal, similar mashal over there, about a person, a Jew who went far away for Parnassah, and he met a goy. And he was debating with this goy, his avodah zarah, the goy's avodah zarah versus Hashem Yisbarach. And he told this goy that Hashem Yisbarach is a kol yachol. He can do anything. He has the power over everything. So the goy says to this Jew the same thing that his wife said. He said, if your God is so great, why did you have to come here for Parnassah? He could have given you Parnassah without you having you travel here. And there in the story in the Chovos HaLevavos, the man did the same thing. He realizes that it's 100% true. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give me Parnassah whether I do this or whether I do that, whether I go here or whether I go there. It's not about what I do. It's about knowing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give me. Parnassah is min hashamayim. Obviously, we do have to do hishtadlus. That's already from Adam HaRishon, that there's a klala that a person has to do hishtadlus. We have to work. If it wouldn't be for the chet of Adam HaRishon, we would be sitting in Gan Eden, and then the Malachi Asharis would be serving us. But after the chet of Adam HaRishon, we have a din. With the sweat of your brow, you will eat bread. The person has to work. But who says where that work has to be? Who says how many hours that work has to be? I remember my Rebbe used to always tell us, whatever is normal, whatever is regular, that's what you have to do. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to work crazy amounts of hours in order to make Parnassah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu can give you without that, doing something regular, something normal. But it's really up to us to realize, to see, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is my life source. Just like the hair follicle is the life source of the hair, so too HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our life source. Yes, we have to do hishtadlus, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one who gives it. How many times have we seen that we do hishtadlus in one place, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives you Parnassah in a different place? I myself in my own life have seen this so many times. So many times I try to do hishtadlus in one place. I think I'm going to get money here, and I don't. And then somehow the money comes from a different place. Why? Because the HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. We have a responsibility to try to do our best. But always remember, who is the true life source? Where is it truly coming from? And when we do that and we strengthen our bitachon in Hashem, then we'll see we don't have to do extra things beyond what's normal. And we can use that time instead for true avodas Hashem. Have a good Shabbos.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.